Hello everyone and welcome back for another PvP commentary. Today I have a very lengthy keep fight for you guys against a ton of yellow, and this video is going to be showing you guys the speed meta. Now with the upcoming changes in the Elsewhere patch, we have got faster gap closers. We have also got better immunity to snares and immobilizes via things like dodge roll, etc. Now granting you immunity after the end of the snare or immobilize. So I think that we are going to see a speed meta in this game. Now this is on the live server, so this is not with the Elsewhere patch. However, I'm excited for the speed meta because this is the type of build that I love to play on the live server, and with the upcoming changes to Elsewhere, man, a build like this is going to be very, very good. So, without further ado, let's get into that PvP commentary. We try to finish off that Nightblade there, get a great smack with the Greatsword ultimate, but the Nightblade re-enters stealth and just manages to hang on at like 10% hit points. We take a draining shot from up top. We've got some archers on us as well, and just look at the negate dumps from the NPCs. It's very tricky to deal with the negate dumps on Ghost because they drop it right on top of my mist form, and the NPCs literally never miss with their negates. This can pull me out of my mist form and make it very, very hard for me to reliably defend myself as long as the NPCs are constantly dumping the negates. So I go for a kite to the other side of the tower here because we have so many NPCs on us. I just want to break a bit of distance here and try to lose a bit of aggro. So I managed to get a nice little kite back up to the top, and we find this guy on siege by herself. We're going to quickly dot her up, hit her with the Greatsword ult, and take her down. She had almost 40k HP, so a very bulky player there, but she did not respond once we fought her off the siege. Quickly kill off the NPC, and now we've got this enemy Nightblade on top of us. The best thing to do when a Nightblade's in stealth is to just hold block and wait. I go into my mist form as well to get a bit of stand back. She does not re-engage, so we kite back over to the other tower here, and I start putting a bit of pressure into this Nightblade. I go for my heavy attack into the crit rush. The Nightblade responds with heals, and then we got a lot of yellow players coming up the staircase, hitting us there with the fossilize as well. So I go for a kite around the corner here. The yellow actually are all chasing another red that has come into their keep here, and I just move back into this other room. I get two players chasing me here. Nope, just the single player. We dot him up with the dots, hit him with a great off-balance stun off the partial charge bow heavy into the onslaught, and we take that Nightblade down, and this guy goes for the res. We quickly bash him, preventing the res. I try to dot this guy up, however, we eat the reverb bash from the opposing player there and take quite a bit of pressure, so I go for a few dodge rolls, kite back inside the tower, making sure to hug the edges. It's really important, I think, when you play a kite or speed build to have a lot of dynamic direction changing and not constantly try to run in one direction, and you see when I hug the corners, that is exactly what we're trying to do. I catch the Sork that is overextended here. I dot her up, but the enemy Nightblade comes out of stealth, opens up with the in-cap as well, so I just kite back up to the top, and we've got a Dragon Knight waiting for us up here. Now, these guys are fairly spread out, which can be tricky because it doesn't give me a great spot to be safe, but at the same time, it gives me the opportunity to open with a bit of offensive pressure on these guys. There we see the Nightblade. I try to dot him up, and he goes into stealth. I'm just going to respond with some more pressure on top of him. He hits us with the fear. I go for the dodge roll with the off-balance into our Greatsword ultimate. However, the Nightblade is very bulky. We don't actually put any damage into him. I think he might have had a damage shield up or something, and we just don't capitalize on that combo whatsoever. So we're forced yet again to just do a bit of a kite here. The DK hits us with a fossilize, but he's by himself, so I opt out of breaking the fossilize, conserve the stamina, and just wait to mist form out of it once the stun is over. And then we kite back down to the bottom here, and I think we managed to lose all the yellow, so I just come back up to the top. We got a pretty decent amount of resource, and we're going to open up on this Nightblade again. She goes for her cloak heal there, and we just missed through. We've got two Nightblades on top of us there. One did re-enter stealth, so we're just continuing to move around. But just look at how easily we can stay alive. I'm not on a bulky build. I don't have a ton of healing power, but we're just using our terrain and mitigating so much damage with our speed. None of our opponents move as fast as we do. There's no opponent here that can keep up with us, so it allows me to just continue to control control the fight regardless of how many yellow begin to show up here. And there you see we fake down the staircase and then we come back over and across. There's more yellow waiting for us on the bottom there. We come up to the top. I see another yellow retreating off to the side, and I try to come in the bottom here. We take the draining shot from the warden and then a little bit of footwork. We just wait for him to come through the doorway and we pass through him. The direction change so good, forcing the turnaround, and then we're going to mist back down into this corner, forcing the direction change again, and we do the same thing. Look at this, one side back to the other side, and look at these guys run around the stairway there. Really good kite gameplay, taking almost no damage from those players as they piled up on that corner there. And then we just go back for another kite down the corridor here. The enemy warden goes for a subterranean assault. We end up dodging the subterranean assault again, just with a little bit of a sidestep. I huck a javelin at that Nightblade, thinking he's going to follow me down, but he does not. This guy jumps down. We follow him down, hold block in the gap closer there, hit him with the greatsword ultimate, bringing him down. There is a ton of yellow in that corridor. There you see we're even getting hit by the force pulse through the wall. The NPC's on top of us here, so I'm just going to mist up the staircase, pray they don't drop another negate on me, and then we're going to reopen on this Nightblade there. I end up dotting him with the power of the light and the poison injection. I hit the guard, go for the greatsword ult. Not enough to bring the Nightblade down. If we had got that extra dot, we maybe could have capitalized on the kill there, but we're just going to kite back up to the top here. This Dragon Knight is still waiting for us up here, so we go back into our mist form, come back through the bottom as they're all coming up this staircase. So important to get that direction change as they are actively moving towards you. When you pass through an opponent like that, you force a very lengthy turnaround from them, and it just allows you to break more distance between them as you make a kite. So there you see we are just going to bring down this NPC. Actually, we're just taking a lot of negates, a lot of undodgeable stuns. The NPCs are very hard to deal with regardless of how fast we are, just because they don't follow the rules of the game. So we're just going to go to the top here. We've got a friendly red player as well at the top, but I'm going to kite over to this side and try to open up on this warden here. He's got the subterranean down. I go for the heavy attack into the mist form. We see the weaker Nightblade coming around the corner. I hit him with the greatsword ult. We actually miss the first greatsword heavy attack. We hit the warden with it, so we're not able to capitalize on the Nightblade, and I mist form through the top because I know the DK is waiting with the fossilized there, and that is a lot of unnecessary stun, so the mist form is going to save us from that. We take a nasty negate yet again. I go for a jump off the top here. We get a good opening on this Nightblade with the dot up. I hit him with the javelin into the crit rush, the light attack executioner combo. Nice little spike, and there you see I go for the mist form right away. We are denied by the opposing negate, and that is so deadly. We waste a lot of resource having to do 2 dodge rolls and a heal instead of just misting out of there. And oh man, I drop down here. We just have more NPC pressure, more negates coming down. We're just going to kite back into the keep here around the corner, continuing to stay very mobile. The last thing that I want to do is hold still in a fight like this. And there you see, as we come out of mist, the Nightblade right on top of us. We get him with a great counter stun off the partial charged heavy attack, dot him up, but right away we've got a lot of pressure on our tail, and of course the guards from the bottom there are chasing us, just pulling so many negates. Oh my gosh, man, if we were on a Magicka build, we probably would have died a long time ago. The fact that we're on a Stam build means that we can actually do something with these negates and just hope that they don't drop at the wrong time when we need our mist form. And there you see, again, we go for a great into the doorway, back out, get a great kite on these guys, just mitigating so much damage with the speedy movement there, just bouncing around in the top of this keep. We drop off the top, dot this Nightblade up, we get the full dot up into the javelin, we go for the greatsword ult, but she gets saved by the opposing sorcerer's heal there, so close to bringing him down. Had the pottle gone off, that would have been the kill, and yet again we're forced out of that position. Just so much pressure from this yellow group, so many negates coming down. Holy man, can we have a count on how many negates I've taken in this fight? But anyhow, guys, that is getting close to the end of the fight here. I'm going to let the rest of it play out for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different than what I usually do because we had to fight a lot of fairly experienced opponents, but we really got to showcase the defensive capabilities of a speed build in this game. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. I create regular ESO content, so if you guys are interested in seeing more from me, well, stick around and you'll see lots. We feature community top 5 battles as well as community builds on the channel. So if you guys are interested in sending in your own clips to be featured on the channel, you guys can send it into KristoferESO@hotmail.com. And then finally, guys, we are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers. They give me better ping to my favorite games like ESO, and they are free to try for the first 14 days via the link in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time. Have a great night, everybody.